The only local news at noon. Fox 4 News starts now.
Good afternoon. I'm Dan Godwin. The city of Dallas now has a permanent monument to the 5 police officers killed in the downtown ambush now 3 years ago. A sculpture was unveiled this morning during a ceremony at police headquarters. It's made from bronze and Texas limestone. The upper section includes images of Dallas and some of the city's iconic sites. Below are the faces of the 5 officers killed the night of July 7th, 2016. DPD officers Lauren Ahrens, Michael Kroll, Michael Smith, and Patrick Zamaripa, along with DART officer Brent Thompson. There's also a plaque towards the base of the monument. The officers died after a sniper opened fire as a peaceful protest was winding down. 7 civilians were also injured that night. This morning we talked to the father of one of the fallen officers.
It's been very tough for us, all the family, and we're trying to push through this the best we can. Everybody, you need to give thanks to your service people, your police officers, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have the opportunities that we have here in the States or in this country.
Very true. The new memorial was paid for through private donations and some money from the City of Dallas Office of Cultural Affairs. The families of the fallen officers gave their final approval to the design. The downtown massacre was the deadliest attack on law enforcement in the United States since September 11th, 2001. Well, there is a new mural today dedicated to an Arlington girl whose abduction and murder led to the worldwide Amber Alert notification system. Amber Hagerman's mural was unveiled near East Abrams Street and Browning Drive in Arlington. It's the same place where she was kidnapped. In 1996, she was found dead a few days later. There are still no suspects in her death. One of the artists behind the project is hopeful that might change.
I know it's been over 20 years now, and the person responsible for murdering my daughter is still out there somewhere.
Maybe somebody saw something back then, knows something from back then, that maybe this right here will tug at their hearts to say something.
The Amber Alert system for missing children believed to be in danger is credited with finding more than 700 kids since its creation. A tow truck driver was killed in an early morning accident. It happened around 3 a.m. at the North Freeway and Alliance Gateway in Tarrant County. Police say the driver pulled over to secure a vehicle he was towing and was somehow hit by his own tow truck. Investigators are trying to figure out how it happened. A 12-year-old boy was killed while collecting donations for his football team at an Oak Cliff intersection. Ricky Tavey was trying to cross the street when police say he was hit by Justasia King. Witnesses say King initially got out of her vehicle but then turned around and drove off. Officers later arrested King and charged her with failure to stop and render aid. The superintendent of Grand Prairie ISD was injured in a motorcycle accident. We don't know the extent of Dr. Susan Hill's injuries or whether she was wearing a helmet, but the district says she is being treated at a hospital. The district also says Hull was on vacation when the accident happened. The superintendent is an avid motorcycle rider who previously posted pictures on her Facebook page of rides in West Texas. A New York billionaire with political connections faces very serious charges of sex trafficking girls. Jeffrey Epstein is expected to appear in court in Manhattan later today. He was arrested Saturday. In court documents unsealed this morning, prosecutors say Epstein sexually exploited dozens of girls, some as young as 14, and even paid victims to recruit other girls while executing a search warrant at his Manhattan mansion. Federal agents also found nude photographs of what appeared to be underage girls.
The alleged behavior shocks the conscience, and while the charged conduct is from a number of years ago, it is still profoundly important to the many alleged victims, now young women. They deserve their day in court.
Epstein is a hedge fund manager with connections to some of the world's most powerful people, including former President Clinton and President Trump. He pleaded guilty in 2008 to a felony prostitution charge in Florida. Now, prosecutors will ask Epstein remain jailed pending trial, arguing he is a flight risk. Still shaking from two of the largest earthquakes to rattle California in decades, residents there are preparing just in case a dreaded big one strikes. Fox's Jeff Paul is in California with the latest.
Southern California rocked by back-to-back earthquakes. The region is now in recovery mode.
We will still continue to actively patrol and keep their community safe.
New video showing the moment a family inside a laundromat frantically runs out the door. Part of the ceiling collapsing just seconds after a boy carries a little girl to safety. A 6.4 magnitude quake hitting near Ridgecrest Thursday. The next day, a 7.1 earthquake hit the same area. Authorities here say earthquake preparation will be a joint effort.
What I'm worried about is that our residents in Los Angeles County are not prepared themselves.
With the damage that's here, if another quake comes, I'm scared what's going to happen. It's all separating right here. This is gonna basically fall in.
The quakes causing more than $100 million in damage. And California is spending more than $16 million to install thousands of quake-detecting sensors statewide. Governor Gavin Newsom says residents need to prepare with escape routes and emergency kits.
We've got to be prepared. This is a wake-up call, not for this community. It's reality for this community, but it is a wake-up call for the rest of the state and for other parts of the nation that are not immune from this same kind of activity.
The earthquakes have already generated more than 3,000 aftershocks, and thousands more are expected over the next few months. In Ridgecrest, California, Jeff Paul, Fox News.
Hot and muggy, and we do have a chance for storms this afternoon. Meteorologist Alberto Romero is in the Weather Center with our first forecast.
That's correct, Dan. Yeah, it's still pretty warm and muggy across North Texas. But we are seeing some temperature relief for our western counties with the rain that's currently ongoing right now. Taking a look at our Mineral Wells Tower cam, you can see the rain clouds there off at a distance, and temperatures with the clouded cover for the Dallas-Fort Worth area and Fort Worth in the upper 80s right now. A little bit more sunshine out towards Dallas-Love Field, where temperatures are a few degrees warmer, currently reporting 92 degrees. Here's a look at the satellite and radar. You can see that cluster of showers and thunderstorms still ongoing west of I-35. It's been moving pretty slowly, so there's been some area ponding going on. A flood advisory has been extended for Jack, Palo Pinto, and Young County until 3:15. Still no flash flooding ongoing or reports of that currently for those counties, but some area ponding could be possible on some local streets. And again, some flashes of lightning and rumbles of thunder could be possible as well. But check out the temperature relief thanks to the clouded cover and the rain. Right now, low 70s out towards Bridgeport and Graham, 75 Mineral Wells. And then your neighbors in Denton County, I should say, 98 degrees is what it feels like right now with the heat index. We're seeing that pretty much widespread for the rest of us, though. Your forecast for the rest of your afternoon does carry that 30% chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms with that complex. A few breaks in the clouds here and there will allow temperatures to be in the mid-90 degree range, which is just about seasonal for this time of the year. We're going to keep those rain chances well into the afternoon and early evening hours, and then we're going to keep a straight afternoon shower in the forecast for Tuesday. Things definitely heat up, though, as we head towards midweek. I'll have that 7-day forecast coming up momentarily. Dan?
All right, thanks, Alberto. A North Texas family is helping pay it forward for other families dealing with a difficult situation, a sick child. Today, Camille and Michael Reese donated a $10,000 check through their new foundation to Children's Dallas. The hospital was the closest medical center dedicated to treating pediatric cancer while their young daughter battled cancer. They started a nonprofit called Kenzie's House to help other families.
We wanted to give back. We received so much during her treatments and during her story, and we wanted to pay it forward and help other families that were in situations like ours.
Not everyone's journey ends like that, but it's still a hardship and it's a struggle. But when you have the time, you want to make sure that you have every member that you can.
Kenzie's parents say they never forgot how the doctors, nurses, and staff treated Kenzie, and they are eternally grateful. Coming up on Fox 4 News at noon, the American women's soccer team returns to the U.S. triumphantly, hoisting another World Cup. Hear what they had to say today, the day after their huge victory. And a teenager's amazing run at Wimbledon is over.